Imagine stepping into a whimsical garden where shades of lavender, violet, and deep plum bloom all around you. Purple flowers have a magical quality, evoking mystery, romance, and even a touch of nostalgia. In the cottagecore lifestyle, every detail tells a story, from the lush garden paths lined with blooms to the delicate floral chinaware set upon a rustic wooden table. Picture yourself enjoying a slow, peaceful evening, dining in the garden, surrounded by the beauty of nature, with a tablescape adorned in purple, echoing the blossoms around you. If you're dreaming of a storybook garden and a life filled with simple seasonal beauty, these are the must-have purple flowers to plant. Let's explore the most enchanting purple blooms for your cottagecore garden. Hyacinths fit effortlessly into the cottagecore aesthetic. They fill your garden with a heady, sweet scent, and their star-shaped flowers cluster together in thick, whimsical spires, evoking the charm of an old-world garden. You'll find hyacinths in two shades of purple, a rich reddish purple that adds warmth and depth, and a cool-toned purple, often labeled blue in stores. Both shades complement classic cottagecore color palettes, pairing beautifully with soft pinks, creamy whites, and cheerful yellows. To enjoy their breathtaking beauty and fragrance in early spring, you'll need to plant hyacinth bulbs in the fall. Hyacinths are incredibly versatile in a cottagecore garden. Plant them along pathways to create a fragrant welcome. Nestle them into vintage-style containers on a porch, or mix them with other spring bulbs like tulips and daffodils for a charming layered effect. And if you adore cut flowers, hyacinth makes stunning indoor arrangements. Just a few stems will fill an entire room with their signature scent. No cottage garden is complete without irises. They have a timeless grace like something plucked from a painting of an old country estate. And the best part? They're not just beautiful, they're also incredibly reliable and drought tolerant, making them an easy choice for a low-maintenance, dreamy garden. If you're looking to add irises to your garden, you'll want to choose the right variety for your space. Dutch iris are grown from bulbs and have tall, slender stems and elegant, narrow petals. Siberian irises are grown from rhizomes, which look like roots, but have nodes that stems can grow up from. Bearded iris are also grown from rhizomes and have large ruffled flowers. They need good airflow to prevent rot. Irises have a natural, almost whimsical charm that makes them a must-have in a cottage garden. Their tall, elegant stems are perfect for creating a romantic garden filled with vintage beauty. And with many shades of purple flowers available, they blend effortlessly into any aesthetic garden design. To fully embrace the cottagecore lifestyle, plant irises in curving flower beds, along winding pathways, or near a garden gate for a soft, romantic feel. Irises are easy flowers to grow, but a few key tips will help them thrive for years to come. Newly planted irises will need regular watering until they're established. They also pair beautifully with other cottage garden flowers, like poppies, hollyhocks, and tulips, creating a layered seasonal gardening display. Poppies aren't just red, Dorothy. I've finally planted poppies in my garden, and they're going to be purple. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. There's something magical about poppies. The way they sway gently in the breeze, their papery petals catching the sunlight. These wild, whimsical flowers bring a sense of effortless beauty to any cottagecore garden. Whether you choose to grow poppies from seed or corm, they're one of the easiest flowers to grow, perfect for beginners looking to create a natural cottage garden. Poppies are sold in two varieties, annuals that are planted by seed and perennials that are planted by corm. The poppies that are planted by corm are not technically poppies, they are part of the anemone family. Their carefree nature makes them the perfect companion to other cottage garden flowers, like hollyhocks, tulips, and irises, creating a layered, dreamy garden filled with soft movement and color. They also make lovely cut flowers, bringing a piece of the cottagecore lifestyle indoors. Dahlias add beauty to any cottagecore garden with their intricate layered petals. Their pretty purples are stunning in late summer and fall gardens. Dahlias can be the statement makers of the cottagecore garden, showy, lush, romantic, and long blooming. They also make stunning cut flowers, filling your home with a touch of that cottagecore lifestyle all season long. There's something almost nostalgic about dahlias. Their bold vintage charm brings a sense of romantic elegance to the garden. Even when spilling freely in a whimsical garden, they're the perfect mix of structure and softness. One of the best tips for growing dahlias is to time your planting right. A good rule of thumb: when it's time to plant the tomatoes, it's time to plant your dahlia tubers. That's because dahlias are not frost hardy and they thrive in warm soil. So wait until all danger of frost has passed before planting. Dahlias bring an old world romance to any garden. Plant them alongside hollyhocks, roses, and lavender for a dreamy layered look. From soft lilac to deep plum, tulips add effortless charm to your spring garden. Their simple beauty perfectly complements the cottagecore aesthetic. With an endless variety of hues, tulips can turn any space into a storybook scene. The purple varieties are especially magical, bringing a touch of elegance and nostalgia to spring gardens. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Few flowers embody the cottagecore aesthetic quite like tulips. Their graceful cup-shaped blooms bring an air of vintage romance to any cottage garden, making them a must-have for those dreaming of a whimsical garden filled with fairy tale charm. For a seasonal gardening display, plant tulips alongside hyacinths, daffodils, and ranunculus. These combinations create a layered, overflowing effect, bringing that effortlessly wild yet elegant look that defines cottagecore gardening. If there's one flower that captures the cottagecore aesthetic perfectly, it's the hollyhock. With their tall, graceful spires covered in delicate blooms, they bring an air of nostalgic romance to any cottage garden. Whether lining a whimsical garden path or leaning gently against an old stone wall, hollyhocks transform spaces into storybook scenes. These flowers feel like something out of a fairy tale garden, their towering stems bursting with vintage garden flowers in shades of purple, pink, white, and burgundy. A garden without hollyhocks is like a book without poetry. It's simply missing that touch of old world magic. Hollyhocks work beautifully in a cottage garden design, adding height and structure. Pair them with dahlias, tulips, and ranunculus for layers of seasonal gardening beauty, or let them grow wild for a more natural, effortless look. Ranunculus is pure romance. Its ruffled petals look like they belong in a vintage love story. These make stunning cut flowers and bring a soft elegance to garden beds. Whether in a vintage-inspired garden bed or gathered in a wedding bouquet, Ranunculus brings an effortless old-world charm to every season. These romantic blooms thrive in cottage gardens, offering a whimsical charm that feels straight out of a painting. Their cup-like shape and delicate ruffles make them a favorite for anyone wanting to create a dreamy garden aesthetic. There's something almost magical about Ranunculus. Their lush, layered petals resemble tiny fairy tale roses, adding an air of romance and whimsy to any cottagecore garden. In warmer climates, plant Ranunculus in the fall for early spring blooms. In colder zones, they are best started indoors or pre-sprouted before transplanting. Nothing says cottage garden like the scent of lilacs. These timeless beauties add height, fragrance, and a touch of nostalgia, filling the air with their sweet, heady perfume. They're easy to grow, and once established, they feel like an old friend returning year after year. To keep them thriving, it's best to prune them back about 1/3 of their size each year, right after they just finish flowering. Pruning too late in summer or fall means sacrificing next year's blossoms. And no cottage garden should be without the magic of a lilac season. There are so many purple flowers I didn't get to. Salvia, wisteria, liatris, clematis, lavender, cosmos, crocus, and foxglove. We'll have to talk about those in another video.